The New South Wales Government's replacement of speed camera warning signs has been labelled an administrative debacle. 105 of 143 vehicles will need to be modified to enable them to carry the large signs. Joining me live is the New South Wales Shadow Roads Minister, John Graham. Good to see you again, John. So 105 of 143 mobile speed camera vehicles operated by private contractors in New South Wales, not big enough to carry these signs, that they are now required to do so again from yesterday. What's going on here?
You really couldn't make this up. These old warning signs too big for the new cars, the small new cars, and it's really meant that at the crucial time of the year for road safety, really when you want speed limits being enforced across the state, 3/4 of these cars are now off the road with the mobile speed camera program in chaos because the government hasn't listened to warnings from its own transport officials in October that a decision needed to be made before this 1st of January deadline.
Yeah, as you say, a decision was made in October. You'd think they'd have a few months to kind of do this, but they're saying that the retrofitting might not take place and they may not be ready to go until April.
Oh, this has been a slow motion policy backflip. It started in 2020. That's when the government first made this change and we called on them to reverse it. They've slowly been backing down a number of iterations since. Unbelievably, we're still not ready as the 1st of January rolls round and the mobile speed camera program is in chaos as a result.
I want to talk to you about road tolls because Labor is making this a big election issue. The state government on Sunday revealed a rebate scheme for motorists who frequently drive on road tolls, doubling the amount of motorists eligible for subsidies, up to 500,000 people who can claim 40% of their toll fees, up to $750 a year. And motorists who spend at least $375 a year on tolls can apply for rebates from January 24, and that'll be backdated to July. So what are your thoughts on that policy?
Yeah, look, firstly, it's welcome. The help is welcome. Tolls really are, on top of all the other hip pocket costs at the moment, putting the squeeze on the household budget. So this assistance is welcome, but it's already worth less than it was last week as tolls skyrocketed, up 6.1%, for example, on the WestConnex toll roads. That's a huge increase, in fact, the largest single increase we've ever had in New South Wales. And so the relief, welcome, but smaller than it was just a week ago.
This is costing taxpayers $520 million over 2 years. Doesn't this just say that the Sydney system is broken because people are actually spending thousands of dollars on toll roads every year? Doesn't that mean that there is really something wrong with the system if the government has to step in and give money to people because they're paying too much in road tolls?
It's a major admission that the toll prices struck in these contracts, these secret contracts, were wrong in the first place. The burden for some households in outer Western Sydney, $6,000 a year and rising. That number is rising as these 6% increases roll through. So we have had evidence to the parliamentary inquiry saying the prices are wrong, and that's why the government's now having to reverse that and provide assistance direct to drivers.
Let's talk about that parliamentary inquiry. There's a review into Sydney's road tolling regime. Roads Minister Sam Faraway says that the government's not going to rush out this report before the March election. What do you think about that? And what do you think this report says?
We need this toll review. It's the first serious bit of work completed by Transport and Treasury, doing a serious analysis about how we could make this fairer, how this could work better for Sydney. We expected it in September, then it was promised by Christmas. Now it may not appear until after the election. We can't have an honest discussion about tolls in Sydney, an honest policy debate, without this work being on the table, and we're calling on the government to release this review.
New South Wales Shadow Roads Minister John Graham, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you.